Have you ever looked at that jar of goldfish flakes and thought, is this really it? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to explore how a really simple change, adding live foods, can totally transform the health, color, and even the personality of your fish.
Look, we all start our fish keeping journey right here. Flakes and pellets are super convenient, and it's absolutely true. They provide the basic stuff for goldfish to survive. And you know what? They can live a long time on this diet. But that begs the real question, right? Is just surviving the same as thriving? I think as fish keepers, we have this awesome opportunity to help them hit their full potential for health and vibrancy, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at why flakes alone aren't enough. Then we'll dive into the huge advantages of live food. We'll check out the best options on the menu, get real about the risks, and then wrap it all up with a simple guide to doing it safely. Okay, let's get into our first section. You have to remember, out in the wild, goldfish are omnivores. They're constantly busy, searching for insects, little larvae, bits of plants. A single processed food just can't copy that natural variety. Think about it like this. You probably wouldn't feel your best eating the same protein bar for every single meal, right? Well, neither will your goldfish. A varied diet delivers this much bigger range of nutrients, and that directly affects everything from their energy levels to how bright their colors are.
And that brings us to the live food advantage. This is where it gets really cool because we're talking about so much more than just a meal. It's about making your fish's entire life better. First off, the nutrition is just on another level. Live food has these vital enzymes and nutrients that get destroyed when flakes are processed. It also kicks in their natural hunting instincts, which is great for exercise and keeps them from getting bored. And hey, if you've ever seen those goldfish with stunning, deep colors, that often comes from pigments in live foods like shrimp. Plus, if you're even thinking about breeding, it's pretty much a game changer. This quote really nails it, especially for breeders. That rich protein and fat you find in live food, it's like a powerful signal to the fish that says, hey, conditions are perfect for spawning. And that leads to healthier eggs and a way better chance of success. And you can literally see the difference. A fish that gets a varied diet will often have deeper, richer colors and just this level of energy you don't see with a flake-only diet. It's not just that they look healthier, they are healthier. All right, so what's actually on this gourmet goldfish menu? Let's take a look at the top choices because each one offers its own really unique benefits. This chart gives us a great little breakdown. You've got Daphnia, sometimes called water fleas, and their shells are full of natural fiber, fantastic for digestion. Brine shrimp are one of the safest bets because they live in salt water, so they can't carry freshwater diseases. Earthworms, a total protein powerhouse, perfect for helping your fish grow. And then there are tubifex worms. Their wiggling motion can make even the pickiest fish go into a feeding frenzy. So let's make this super simple. If you're just starting out and you want to play it safe, brine shrimp and earthworms are definitely the way to go. They give you all those incredible nutritional benefits with almost zero risk of introducing any nasty diseases. Okay, but we have to talk about the flip side. With all these benefits, there are some potential risks, and we've got to face them head on. Not all live food is safe, and making the wrong choice could be a disaster for your tank. And number one on the list is a trap so many new hobbyists fall into, using those cheap feeder goldfish. I know it seems natural, but it is one of the riskiest things you can do. Yeah, this warning from the experts is no joke. Feeder fish are usually raised in really crowded, awful conditions. That makes them perfect carriers for diseases like itch or internal parasites. Bringing just one of those into your clean tank can wipe out every fish you own.
But it gets even sneakier than that. The danger isn't just about diseases you can see. A lot of feeder fish have an enzyme called thiaminase. What this stuff does is it actually destroys vitamin B1 in your goldfish. So a diet high in it can cause a severe vitamin deficiency and serious neurological problems over time.
And it's not just about feeder fish. You've got to watch out for a few other things. Food caught in the wild could carry nasty pathogens. Some worms can soak up toxins from polluted water. Oh, and it's totally possible your fish might get a little spoiled and turn their nose up at flakes. And here's a simple but vital rule. Never, ever pour the water from the live food bag into your tank. It's just full of waste. Okay, so now that we know the dangers, let's talk about how to do this the right way. Because honestly, avoiding all these problems is surprisingly easy. Just follow these 4 steps and you'll pretty much eliminate all the risk. First, start with a clean source.
And you know what? Raising your own brine shrimp is way easier than you think, and it gives you total control. Second, always rinse any food you buy. Third, mix it up. Don't just feed one thing. And fourth, remember moderation. This stuff is like a rich steak dinner. It's a supplement a few times a week, not their everyday meal.
And hey, if you really want to level up your game, there's this pro technique called gut loading. It's super simple. You feed your live foods something highly nutritious, like spirulina powder, about a day before you feed it to your goldfish. This basically turns the live food into a tiny swimming vitamin, passing all that extra goodness straight to your fish.
So, when it all comes down to it, the takeaway is pretty simple. Moving beyond just flakes is what takes your fish keeping to the next level. It's the difference between having a pet that's just getting by and one that is truly thriving in the amazing home you've made for it.
So now you've got the tools. You know the secrets to making a real, visible difference in your pet's life. The only question left is, how are you going to upgrade your goldfish's diet?